Good evening. We present the news summary. The faces of freed slaves are amongst the ancient images of Seychelles, forming a new exhibition to mark the country's 250th anniversary. The virtual tour at the National Museum of History is enabling visitors to discover the past while keeping social distancing. It's been put together with help from the French government and other partners and can be accessed online.
Jules, aged 7, 20-year-old Rufus, and Christinia, who was aged 10, the faces of those who survived being enslaved and eventually settled here in Seychelles. As the country celebrates its 250th anniversary, the National Museum of History is mounting a temporary exhibition of images overcoming a very contemporary problem, the need for visitors to maintain social distancing.
Combining modernity and history, this virtual exhibition will offer an original and memorable opportunity for Seychellois people to revisit their history.
Archivists have spared the delicate old photographs from overhandling and visitors from transmitting germs by creating 2 looped videos depicting mid-19th century life here. It's been assembled with help from Réunion's public archive service, the Iconothèque historique de l'Océan Indien.
Together with the partnership of Iconothèque de la Réunion, they have helped us to digitize all the photographs, and we have put them together in an album so that anybody who wants to see can come to National Archive and see the pictures.
These are the faces of slaves from places such as Mozambique and Madagascar, who were liberated by the British from Arab dhows heading to the slave markets of Zanzibar. But they weren't taken home. They were brought to this country to swell its growing workforce. Accessible through the website of the IHOI, the exhibition is considered a uniquely complete collection of slave images and personal data of global historical importance.
It's a very visceral feeling I get. I mean, when you look back, those the photographs of those people who definitely were not Seychellois, they were Africans, great-great-grandfathers and great-great-grandmothers of the Seychellois people to these generations.
The museum's display continues until the end of September.
Seychelles has today launched its national and money laundering and counterfeiting the financing of tourism strategy 2020 to 2023. It was the Minister for Finance, Trade, Investment and Economic Planning, Maurice Lustulalan, who launched the document during a ceremony at the STC's conference room this morning. The strategy was prepared by a special committee and presented to various key stakeholders in the public and private sector. During the launch, Minister Lustulalan said that the strategy aims to align Seychelles to international standards whilst protecting the integrity of the country's financial system from corruption, tax crimes, as well as reputational risks.
In taking these steps, Seychelles is showcasing its commitment to adhere to international standards and address deficiencies highlighted by international bodies and jurisdictions in recent times. In that regard, we have already submitted the first request for re-rating of the Financial Action Task Force recommendations, graded as partially compliant and non-compliant, following the ISAM-LAG's most recent mutual evaluation. The outcome is expected in the 4th quarter of 2020.
All SBC's TV channels are expected to go off-air on Saturday as of 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is to allow SBC to install a new backup generator at its headquarters at Hermitage. In the meantime, both SBC channels, Radio Sicile and Paradise FM, are expected to remain on air. Cadis Travens is this year's President's Cup awardee for the Seychelles Institute of Teacher Education, SITE. 15 former SITE students graduated with a diploma in education, 5 with a diploma in early childhood education, and 10 in primary education. The Indian Ocean Commission, IOC, has delivered a first batch of equipment to Seychelles as part of the COVID-19 response plan. An official ceremony to hand over the equipment was held yesterday at the Ministry of Health. It was the Permanent Liaison Officer of Seychelles to the Indian Ocean Commission, Jacques Bell, who handed over the equipment to the Secretary of State for Health, Marie-Pierre Lloyd. This was in the presence of the French ambassador to Seychelles and a representative of the French Development Agency. The batch of medical equipment arrived last Sunday on a special Air Seychelles flight. Domaine Val-de-Pré au Cap now has a spice and herbs garden. The planting activity was done by the 17th cohort of the National Youth Assembly, along with members of the Cultural Heritage Group from various schools and some elderly. This forms part of a series of activities organized for the Youth Festival. This was a news summary. Thank you for your attention.